Hey guys, it's the other gay cousin here. I'm making this video in honor of Warrior Nun Season 2. One of the reasons that I think are the top 3 for people to like this show so much is the female representation, okay? We don't just have like a full whole cast of female characters, we have a full whole cast of kick-ass female characters, and it's really rare. The male characters are just secondary, even though they are important. Of course, there are some that have more superficial storylines and backgrounds, but they're all different, you know, they're all their own persons. You have Ava, you have Beatrice, you have Mother Superior, you have Mary, Lilith, Camilla, Shannon, even Shannon that was never really in the present, you know, alive. We have tons of flashbacks, and even Shannon seems like part of the family. So what I mean is they're all female badass characters, they know how to fight, they stand their ground, they're all each other's individuals, you know. Even Jillian is a very interesting character, very complex, and that's for me the main reason why this show is so good, because it's not just a female-led cast, it's a female-led cast that is kick-ass and that interconnects really well with the story. So that's for me the main reason why this show slaps, okay? The second reason, it's obviously the queer representation. I don't think it's the top second most, but it definitely helps, okay, for the show to be so good and why people care for it so much. It's because it's not just queer representation, it's good queer representation with deep storylines, with flawed characters, with very layered stories, and it's well done. It's sensitive, it's empathic, you can feel for these characters and you want the best for them, and you don't feel like it's a cheap storyline that was inserted just for filling a quota. I think that we have been fed with a rich storyline, and the characters are cared for, the chemistry is real, and the showrunner cares a lot. So that is like the perfect storm for like the fandom to go crazy with this Beatrice ship. Another thing that this show really does really well is the cultural aspect. So the locations are really well shot, and not only do they give us an European location in Spain, but they also make sure to include people from many backgrounds and speaking different languages. We hear mostly English, of course, but we also have small tidbits of Spanish, Italian, a very small dose of German and some Portuguese. And I think that's really cool. You know, it's good to see a show that is not just all about America. Nothing against you guys in America. I love a lot of your TV shows and movies, but for a change, it's nice to see such a good show, you know, being on the top of Netflix list, filmed in Spain, and having a lot of cultural representation, and it gives the show another edge. The fourth reason for me is the cinematography, okay? It's very interconnected with the locations. They have so many shots and slow motions that you just seeing this in the cinema would have been the ultimate experience. Interconnected with this fourth reason of why the show is so good, the cinematography and the photography and all that, is the fighting scenes. You know, the choreography they have is really well developed, it's really badass. Kudos to the church scene, you know, from the 4th episode. I can't stop talking about it because it was filmed in one continuous shot. I went to confirm it online and it was beautiful. It must have been a pain in the ass to record that, and it was worth it. You know, I wish it's a scene I'm probably going to rewatch a lot of times. So all the reasons so far: female cast, queer representation, the cultural background, the cinematography, and the fighting scenes, the choreography is like... So I already gave you 5 enough good reasons to watch it, okay? So go watch Warrior Nun, help us get the 3rd season. And last but not least, for me, another big reason to watch this show is the character development, okay? You want to adopt these characters, you know, you want to be their friend, you know, you want to have like a Beatrice and an Ava and a Camilla in your life because they are generally good people. For me, I think it's the coordination of, it's the balance, you know, the balance between action, drama, romance and comedy. It's very well balanced in this 2nd season. The first one, I think the pacing was a bit lacking, but the 2nd season was very good with the pacing and with the balance of the action, the romance, the drama and the comedy. And it helps, you know, it makes the character development more natural if that balance is well done. and it's amazing how they managed to fit in so much storyline and action scenes and still have a believable slow burn romance between Ava and Beatrice, and show a little bit of Lilith's backstory and her familiar relationship with her mother, and a bit of Camilla's problems. So in a way I think that they managed it really well, and the character development since the first season into the second one was very fluid and believable, and it's, I mean, the actresses involved also deserve a lot of praise, not just the writers and the directors, but also the actresses, because they had an amazing job. So for me, that is the main reasons why you should watch Warrior Nun and why the show is so good. So please give it a try and, you know, help us get the third season. So thanks.